Hey there hunters, Lord here, back with another Monster Hunter Wilds set video. In today's video we're going to be looking at a set that really hasn't had much use throughout the current life cycle of Monster Hunter Wilds, but may have some pretty insane usage against Gogmazios in upcoming Title Update 4, which is less than a week away. We also know that we'll be getting the Transcended Armors, and a couple of these pieces may get some really nice slot boosts overall. So while we can't say for certain, here is a set that I think is going to be a decent sleeper pick for Title Update 4. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. Alright, so up first, our weapon of choice is going to be any of these Xochitl weapons. I'm showcasing it with Charge Blade. Of course, your decorations are going to change on a per hunt basis. Once we get to Gogmazios, we'll know better what we want to slot into our weapons. But the main thing we're looking for here is the Whiteflame Torrent skill. Again, hasn't seen a ton of use overall. It's a very strong skill. It's very strong weapons overall from Xochitl. So we have used these a bit in the past, especially right after Title Update 1. But anyway, whatever weapon you play, you're going to want to use the Xochitl variant of that for this Whiteflame Torrent skill. As far as the armor goes, we'll be going with the Numinous Crown and Shroud Beta, the Guardian Rathalos Vambraces Beta, the Arc Vulcan Coil Beta, the Rathalos Greaves Beta, and then for your charm, any charm with either Agitator, Weakness Exploit, or Burst level 1 and a level 3 slot will be fine. These come in at rarity 5, so you probably have quite a few of these piled up. Whatever the other skill is on it, just make sure it works for your weapon. I'm showcasing it here with a Guard Up 1 charm that I have in my collection. Not a huge boost to our skills overall. The main thing is this level 3 slot, then either Agitator, Burst, or Weakness Exploit at level 1. Now once you've slotted in all the decorations here, you'll see that we have Weakness Exploit at level 5 for an extra 30 to 50% crit when attacking weak spots and wounds. Agitator level 4 for extra raw and affinity. Then Recovery Speed, Evade Window, Max Might, and Divine Blessing all at level 3. Then of course our Whiteflame Torrent, Burst, Shock Absorber, and Fire Resistance at level 1. Then of course a level 1 to whatever you had on your custom charm. Now we have a lot of really good damage skills here. Of course, Weakness Exploit, Agitator, Maximum Might, things of that nature allows us to get up to around 95% crit, which is very strong. But the main thing that we're building this around is the Rathalos Flare, which at 2 pieces we get Scorcher 1. We know that this works with Whiteflame Torrent to produce additional bursts of fire damage. Now this is a big deal because Gogmazios is going to start out Fire Week and then switch to Dragon Week. We can of course just bring 2 different weapons, but I had seen this idea thrown around a little bit of using Whiteflame Torrent to deal fire damage and then using the innate dragon on the Xochitl weapons in order to deal dragon damage when Gogmazios is Dragon Week. Now briefly, let's go ahead and jump in and talk about Whiteflame Torrent and Scorcher and how they work together. Whiteflame Torrent basically has a 1 in 3 chance to proc on any hit that can proc it. There are certain attacks that cannot, very similar to Flare. So you basically have numbers 1, 2, and 3. Pretend that if you roll the number 1, it will hit and proc Whiteflame Torrent. So if your attack hits and rolls a 1, boom, Whiteflame Torrent, 3-second cooldown, and then you can proc it again. But if you rolled, say, a 2, then 2 would be removed from your next hit. So your next hit after 3 seconds would have either a 1 or a 3. If you roll the 1, boom, you proc it. If you roll the 3 is removed, and after 3 seconds, the only number left would be a 1. So that would mean that your final hit has a 100% chance to attack. Again, the 3-second cooldown restarts every single time one of these 3 numbers is rolled. And if you don't roll the number that is needed to activate Whiteflame Torrent, that number is removed. So for your first hit, you'll have about a 33% chance of rolling Whiteflame Torrent. If you don't, that number is removed. You now have a 1 in 2 chance after the 3-second cooldown. If you don't, again, you now have a 100% chance for your next attack after that additional 3-second cooldown to proc Whiteflame Torrent. Now, what's really cool with this is that it stacks with Scorcher. So with Scorcher level 1, with Whiteflame Torrent, we get 60 fixed element and 300 additional fire. Now, these are not affected by your weapons element, so because our weapon element is dragon, we're not going to do dragon damage. It's always going to be fire damage. It is only impacted by the hit zone value of our target. So, of course, while Gogmazios has its initial fire weakness, it's going to be hitting pretty hard for some pretty high fire damage. Then of course, once we use that fire damage to get rid of its fire weakness and invoke its dragon weakness, we have dragon already innate on our Xochitl weapons, meaning that you can just bring this and run Scorcher and be able to do both the fire and dragon damage. Now, of course, like I said earlier, you will be able to just bring a fire and just bring a dragon weapon and then swap when you need to. This was a pretty interesting set overall that I thought may have some pretty interesting use. I'm definitely going to be giving it a try. I wanted to let you guys know about it so that way, if you're interested in running this, especially once we're able to transcend our armors, these Guardian Rathalos arms and the Rathalos legs could have even more slots in defense and just make this set really, really strong and fun to use. So again, if you're interested in checking it out, this is the set that I'm going to be giving a test against Gogmazios, so of course wanted to let you guys know about it, so that way with the week left, you have time to farm up everything you need to craft it before Title Update 4. Another quick thing that I forgot to mention is we're also getting 2 pieces of Xochitl with Recovery up level 3 and Divine Blessing level 3, giving this set not only the damage that we like to see with our current sets, but also a lot of survivability to recover red health faster, to recover health beyond the red gauge, and to just take less damage sometimes when we get hit. There's a lot of survivability here. We have super good fire resistance, even with just a single level of fire resistance thrown in. If you eat for any meal in the canteen, you will have 20 fire resistance, meaning you'll be immune to fire blight, which is just very nice quality of life to have. If you've been doing AT New Udra at all, you know how nice that is to have. So again, this set is not just built around, you know, getting the fastest time on Gogmazios and farming it in 2 minutes, you know, over and over and over again. This set is built with a lot of the damage things we need in mind, but also having that extra survivability to hopefully make this hunt not as much of a headache as Omega was on release. So that's going to do it for today's video. If you found this set helpful, if you're going to try it out, be sure to drop a like down below. If you're new to my channel, new to Monster Hunter, or if you liked what you saw and you're interested in seeing more Monster Hunter content just like this, then be sure to subscribe. Again, it's completely free. You can change your mind later if you're finding the content just isn't for you. And with Title Update 4 coming out in less than a week, we're going to be covering a ton of sets, the Transcended Armors, the Gogmazios Ardean weapons, all right here on the channel. So if you don't want to miss out on that, again, feel free to subscribe. With all that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I wish you all a good day and happy hunting.